Yes, the pain of Team Canada's loss to Team USA in the men's gold medal game of hockey at the Olympics continues. As a matter of fact, the goalie in my beer league team was so upset he deleted all his social media for 3 days so he didn't have to see the videos and photos of Team USA. And it's something still being talked about to this moment, joined by Paul Micucci. Paul, how are you?
Good, Jim. Yeah, I feel the pain. Well, I felt the pain for the whole Olympics, to tell you the truth.
Is that right?
Yeah, I really did. And, we did a show on funding for the Olympics, which, wonderful efforts by certain people. But the commitment just not there from a Canadian perspective. And, we were 11th in golds this year.
11th in medals overall.
No, 11th. So when you
gold
tell
medals,
them
total
gold medals, right?
Yes, yeah,
and I'm not trying to be
Norway was number one.
No, yeah, but there's a committed country. Jim.
Yes, it is.
There's a country that's disciplined. That I'm sorry, but we talk about this on shows on everything now when it comes to Canada, right? Lack of discipline. Like we talk about it onwards
Fiscal
and
discipline
onwards.
here.
No, all around. Quite frankly, all around. We don't make a plan. Quite frankly, as a country, we don't commit to anything. Then we don't put the money behind it, and then we don't go forward. And it happens. It happens in the economy. It happens in politics. It happens in sports. Why have we been a culture that can't commit to make a darn plan about something and move forward? And you know what? I'm sorry to get excited about this, but
no, please.
Men's hockey and women's hockey is just a symptom of that. And I know they played well. They tried hard. I get it, right? But we fell short.
Okay, I'm going to say two things here. First of all, leading into the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver, the Canadian government and the Canadian Olympic Committee got together and created a thing called Own the Podium, where they invested significant money into training, coaching, support for the athletes, and the result was a phenomenal effort in Vancouver and Whistler. Medals everywhere, fantastic effort by everyone. And that funding has trailed off while the cost of living goes up, the cost to feed an athlete goes up, the cost of equipment goes up. The funding has gone down. And we have proven as a country that when we do it right, we can have great results. But we've proven it beyond a shadow of a doubt, Paul.
But, and the significance. And here's the thing that I think we forget. And I know we're seeing it now. And again, this is a Canadian thing. You're watching the Americans. So did you watch Hughes last night?
Oh, it was phenomenal.
In New Jersey?
Phenomenal. Amazing.
Those people, that full stadium, the flag waving around, the crowd cheering.
And then he grabs Tage Thompson from the Sabres to join him.
Brings them out, arm in arm, grabs the mic. Man, that's a moment, right?
Tears in their eyes in the stands.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'd like to be part of that, right? The significance of doing well in the Olympics for your country is not only to do with the sport, it's to do with the culture in the country. And people, it's funny because you listen to people talk about the game and from the American side now. And if you watch, I know people are going to throw up comments. If you watch Fox News, they have people after that game saying, for the first time, I felt united with America. I felt that we were one. A hockey game. A hockey game connected a country, right? Olympics are, the Olympics are more than that. And I think Canada missed it again because they don't realize, and the athletes, God bless them, they go in debt, they mortgage themselves, they sleep in churches. Like you listen to the myriad of stories of our Olympic athletes trying to make it through this obstacle course of financial tyranny that we give them to go to the Olympics. And then, quite frankly, what do we do after? What do we do? What are we doing right now with the celebrities, the people that won? What are we doing with our 5 gold medalists?
Well, they should be on every talk show and news channel and columnists in Canada being talked about and interviewed and profiled.
Have you seen them?
No, because they're spending all the time ripping apart Team USA. Now, just a point out, the hockey is a unicorn because the NHL was back. You had the most expensive, highest paid, brightest stars performing. The gold medal game, head-to-head, was a phenomenal game.
It was.
Canada outshot, in some ways, outplayed the USA. Nathan McKinnon missed an open net. Connor Hellebuck had one of the best games I've ever seen. And former NHLer, Hall of Famer texted me and said, that's He's never is on in all his years of hockey. He's never seen a single game performance what Connor Hellebuck did in the gold medal game.
Wow.
And
what medal did Trump give him?
the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first hockey player to receive that.
He stood on his head, and that's what he got.
Right. So I remember vividly the Miracle on Ice in 1980.
Yeah, me too.
This was around the height of the Iran hostage situation, and America was being kicked down. Everyone was hating on them.
Yep.
And then they win the gold medal against the Soviet Union, and then the gold medal game.
Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice.
Yep.
But it's been 46 years for the Americans. And you have to understand, people wondering, why would they celebrate like that? These American players, when they're 12, 13, compete against the elite Canadian players in the Quebec International PB tournament, and then midget showcase tournament,
Yeah.
and then World Juniors, and then the U18s, and then the World Championships. And it's been a lot of heartbreak for Team USA against Canada head to head, especially at the Olympics. It's 46 years since they won an Olympics game.
Yeah.
And for a lot of these Americans, maybe Canadians don't understand how much wearing the stars and bars and how much being American means to them and how much the American institutions mean to them. But it means a lot to them. And I think a lot of Canadians are failing to see that. Yes, they hate Donald Trump. Yes, they're upset with America right now. But you have to put yourself in the shoes of a 22, 23, 24-year-old American hockey player who won the gold medal, who's a proud American and was invited to the White House.
Yeah.
Invited to the State of the Union address. This is something they thought would never happen. I can see why they all said yes. If I'm an American, as a Canadian, we're going, why would they do that? Why would they go there? Well, because they think they're Americans and they think differently than Canadians, and we have to remember that.
Yeah. Have you been to the White House in Washington? Have you toured?
Not inside, I've been outside, but not inside.
So I lived in Annapolis, Maryland.
Yes.
I think I told you that. I had a home there. And I trained for a triathlon in Washington one summer. So I had a training team that when we ran around the monument. And
really?
Yeah. So we trained all in the core of Washington for the triathlon. And I got to tell you, like even as a Canadian, moving around all of the downtown Washington monuments and Abraham Lincoln and all the great things that are going, the War Memorial, Vietnam War Memorial. You know what? It was for me. It was just unbelievable just to see it. So think about them. They just played probably one of the toughest hockey games of their life. They probably shouldn't have won. They won. So luck,
against all odds,
luck was on their side. So you know, think about the adrenaline when luck's on your side. You know, go to a horse race and win a horse race and see how you feel. You're feeling pumped because you caught that luck, you won that, you scored that goal, you overcame a 46-year-old jinx.
Yeah.
And now the president, whether you like him or not, calls you in the dressing room and says, "I'm sending a plane,
and we're going to take you to the White House.
You're coming to the White House, and you're going to be at the State of the Union." Yeah, pretty cool.
Very cool.
I know, but okay. So like back up for a minute. And you know, I've kind of been reflecting on certain shows about sort of the things we're doing now. Hey, we have 5 gold medalists. Were they put on a plane? Were they brought back to Ottawa? Were they stood on a podium? Did we make a big deal about it? Those speed skaters. We rocked in speed skating.
We should have a rally in Ottawa with the Prime Minister for the speed skaters.
Well, they should. Is the canal still open? I'm sure the canal.
Yeah, it's still skating. Yeah.
Why are our speed skaters not speeding down the canal?
Right.
Holy crap, Jim! Like, take your moments of PR and make these bigger than they are. The thing I did like about America, I must admit, is they do that, right? You know, I don't agree with the speeches. I don't agree with all the things they say. That's all, you know, what it is. But I do like the fact that the doors open. Those young men walk down. Those people cheer for them. They give him that medal, right, to the Hellebuck. And quite frankly, what a night that is. What a night for that. And for people. And you know what? As you watch the whole thing, and I'm going to go in for a minute, the State of the Union. As you watch the whole thing, not bring tears to your eyes at certain points. You have to be
the 100-year-old Korean War vet who gets the Medal of Honor.
That couple that lost their daughter when they stood up. You know, if you don't shed a tear for some, and I know that's all, you know, set up, and I know it's all planned. But you know what? Good on him, because quite frankly, he's making his point with an example, right? He's making an example out of those men who won that gold medal to make them heroes in that country. He's making an example out of those people who suffered heartbreak, that he's trying to change it. Good on him, because he's connecting that dot, right? And again, it's the communication that we lack in Canada, that we don't do, and shame on us for not doing it, because quite frankly, we don't connect those dots, and we don't bring that patriotism back to Canada, and we don't celebrate those men and women who go into debt, who sacrifice their time and their money and their effort. Olympian.
And performed at the elite level. They are the absolute best in the world. The best in the world.
Yeah.
Just real quick, Paul. Something has to be said. Two things can be right at the same time. I could not like Donald Trump, not agree with Donald Trump. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. And as a matter of fact, I think he's disgusting. But I also could be an American, a proud American who won a gold medal and wants to see the White House.
Yeah, sure.
I think you just because you're going, I think people are assuming because they went to the White House, because they went to the State of the Union.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, they're pro Donald Trump. They support Donald Trump. They like Donald Trump. I'd like to actually hear someone ask the players that went there that question. They're just assuming because they won and went to the White House that they are Donald Trump supporters. We don't know that for sure. We don't.
No.
May be. There might be a few of them, but there's some of them just maybe see, wow, this is the White House. I can't believe I'm here. And then I'm going to go home back to my team.
How many great athletes have been to the White House? Name me.
Thousands.
Boxers. Right?
Olympic gold medalists.
Olympic gold medalists.
NBA champions. World
Super
Series.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Were all of them Democrats or Republicans of the same shield of the president?
No.
Come on, guys. Seriously. Seriously. If that's all you got to complain about, and the fact that, I know he's who he is, but even the fact that, he got pumped up and invited them to come, the women's team, he didn't. I know those are all mistakes, but, in the heat of the moment, they're very excited about some things happening. And, the women's team is coming now.
Yes. And they will be feted and they will get their honors as they should. You have to understand. The dress room after the gold medal game, they got the goggles, they got the beer and champagne. Kash Patel is pounding beers, gets the president the speakerphone. Guys are hugging. Music was still playing.
Yeah.
So guys didn't have, and so Jeremy Swayman and other players from Team USA spoke to reporters and said, well, yeah, upon review, it was not an appropriate joke, but they, by their own admission, a lot of them didn't actually hear what he said. And then, they're just laughing along because, first of all, they're giddy in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
They're not anti-women or anti-women's team. A lot of them are going to the wall to support the women's national hockey team and Hillary Knight and the women's team.
Yeah.
But that was Trump that made the joke. That wasn't the players.
Oh, yeah. And quite frankly, we overanalyze everything, right? And what we need to analyze. So at the end of the day, what we need to sit back and in my mind is we need to dissect how we handle this from our side.
Yes.
We need to say, did we celebrate enough? And did we do a good job on the PR? And did we celebrate the athletes that did win the medals? And quite frankly, what do we do to do more in that regard? How do we get more money to get these men and women?
So we have more gold medals to celebrate.
Getting more. And if we're committed to this, if we don't have enough money, so please, if we don't have enough money, let's make some adult decisions and let's plan and focus on areas that we want to win and tell people we want to win. So let's tell people we want to be the greatest speed skaters in the world. Let's tell people what we want to be, the greatest hockey players in the world. Also, what's that?
After everything that went on, you're 100% right. I'm just thinking about this. The people that wrote the columns ripping the American players across Canada, that's fine, Paul. I would love to see a column about the Canadian curling team that won gold medal after everything that happened.
Exactly.
With the Swedes.
Where did that go?
They were talking about Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers. I'd like to hear a sit down.
Yeah.
I'd like to see an interview with them. With all the guys.
Have you seen them?
No.
Never.
Not since the actual event.
Yeah.
No one's talked to them.
It just went poof.
Yeah.
And why did we let it go poof as Canadians?
Like, I understand.
Because we were waiting for the hockey game?
But
come on. Come on. I'm not being, and I appreciate their NHL hockey players, But it's the Olympics. They're all equal. They're all going for gold medals. So
the speed skaters,
Yeah.
the curlers, anyone that won a gold medal, I want to hear about them. I want to hear interviews. I want to talk. Oh yeah, that's amazing. What now?
wherever they are,
Yeah.
if you win a medal, you're invited on to our show. Jim and I will interview you.
Bronze, silver,
and I'll tell you
gold.
what, we will have a party here.
Yes, we will.
If you will come in and do it with us, we will have your party.
Like Paul Poirier in Unionville, Ontario, won a bronze in
Let's
ice
invite him.
dance. An
Let's invite
amazing
him.
story. What a performance.
Yeah, I'd love to hear the story. I'd love to hear the hardship and injuries and all the things
And they
he went through.
hell to get to that level, even to compete, Paul.
Oh, that's a tough sport, right? It's tough. It's like, you're inches away from disaster, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm with you, Jim. But again, this is what frustrates me right now is the lack of planning. Like, you think about it. There had to be someone in the government, right? Someone in sports and rec, the ministry, someone in one of the ministries.
Yes, Adam Van Cooverden, a former Olympian.
Yeah. That sat there before and said, Mr. Prime Minister, here's the plan for the Olympics when they do win, when they get on the podium. Let's figure it out. I guarantee you in America, there was a full PR plan that was planned how to address all these things. Now with Trump, it goes off kilter because,
Paul,
he's
it goes back
texting. But
25 years when Team USA Hockey decided they had to change things if they were going to compete with Canada,
Yeah.
and created an excellence program based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And a lot of these superstars on Team USA that won the gold medal are a byproduct of something that's been years they planned this way before Trump, before Obama, before Bush. This is a long time coming.
right. Well, I'm hoping that the next Olympics,
Yes.
right, summer,
In Paris in 2028, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping we're more prepared.
Well, yeah, and then this is where Adam Van Cooverden, a former Olympian, he didn't know more than anyone in the government what it takes to be an athlete and how hard it is to convince, hey, we need some money for these athletes so they can train better.
Yeah, training money, right? PR, support, victory celebrations, watch parties. Like, that's all in your bailiwick, man. Like, you got to figure that out. You got to be there, right? You can't wait till after the fact, let it all fall down and say, oh, I didn't know I had to prep for that.
Yeah, I love to see other sporting events, other cultural events in Canada bring these medalists out and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. Yeah, this person won a silver or gold for Canada, and have the people give them their moment.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Go Canada, go.